And Dajjal refers to two things. One is what we know is the Dajjal. But then there is what is known as the fitna of Dajjal. Anything at any time that is connected to any one of the tests that we have been taught Dajjal will bring forth is also part and parcel of his force. It might not be him in person, but it's part of his force and part of the tests. Firstly, when Dajjal comes, we will be tested in four ways. He will try to take our religion away from us. So that is the test of religion. By claiming that he is the God and we need to accept him as the deity, that is the trial of Dajjal. When the real Dajjal comes, the ultimate, the final, the sign of Qiyamah, that Dajjal comes, he will also want to take our religion from us. At that time there will be famine, there will be drought, and he will say, I will give you, all you got to do is say that I am the God, and you will not die of hunger. More like the economies of the globe, all depending on one major economy that tells you, if you accept us as the gods of the world, there will be no sanctions against you. And we will deal properly with you, and we will make sure that your economy boosts and goes up. And then they come and tell you, if you do anything that we don't like, we will impose sanctions on you and you will die of hunger. Doesn't it ring a bell? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us security. And the hadith says, for anyone who has believed in Allah, as soon as they look at him, they will see on his forehead the letters Ka, Fa and Ra, depicting that this one is actually a kafir. The second test Dajjal will come about with, we touched on it just now, the test of wealth, where people will be poor, people will be suffering, there will be famine, there will be drought, but he will have control over what? He will have control over the water on the globe, and he will have control over irrigation. So you believe I'm a God, I make you rich. I will allow water to get to your land. When it gets to your land, you will be able to irrigate, and then the produce will grow. So you believe in me as a God and you have produce. So that is a test of wealth. The third test he will come with is the test of knowledge. Test of knowledge in that what is right will be considered wrong and it will be believed. Secondly, those who are upright and knowledgeable will be considered ignorant, and those who are ignorant will be considered the most knowledgeable. To the degree that all those with knowledge will be fought and eradicated, until there will be nobody with knowledge left on the earth, except those who are ignorant, considered to be extremely knowledgeable, and people will follow them. That is also in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, how knowledge will be taken away. It will be taken away by the death of the scholars. And when the scholars have gone, people will start considering those who have no knowledge as knowledgeable. And when that happens, and these people start issuing rulings, they will be misguided and they will misguide others. And the helm, the height of it will be when the Dajjal comes, what is wrong will be believed as being correct. Take a look at the power of the media today. And you find in the Muslim Ummah, if we are to ask any Muslim, who are the worst leaders in the world, they'll recite the names of 20 Muslim leaders and that's it. There we are. May Allah protect us. Wallahi, there are at times we don't know what's going on and our information is from Dajjal. We need to be worried. And the last test that is made mention of, the test of power, where people would love to be powerful and they want to have authority. So in order to gain a little bit of power, they begin to worship the devil because Dajjal will instruct them to do that. Today you have the Satanists, you have the Freemasons. What do? Wallahi, they worship Iblis himself personally. And what does he do for them in return? He makes them feel the power. They feel it. And he can toss and turn people who are standing in front of them just because they have sacrificed for him. So he gives them a power, and they become powerful, solid people, strong. They can control your mind because there is the life of the unseen that they have sacrificed for. So they will murder people and spill blood in order to appease the devil so that they can become people who can control. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. They are sucking in our children, and they are sucking in some of us in an unbelievable way, and we still want to listen to all that music and play it in our cars, not realizing this is with the assistance of Iblis himself, and he is controlling our minds, and we appease ourselves by saying the lyrics are good. Na'udhu billah. Allah safeguard us. Those lyrics, for your information, are becoming dirtier and filthier and more satanic as days pass, and we are still allowing it to go through our ears. So imagine what will go through the ears of our children, and they will say, Dad, you're living in the 60s. May Allah safeguard us.